Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Richie Scott. We are back with another video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. Listen, if you haven't done so, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell button so that you can be clued into when we drop new content right here on this channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey because we got two of the matriarchs of that show who have clashed over the years, getting back together, and you'll have to find out why. Then we're going to be talking about Miss Dina Manzo and what's going on with her face. Let's get into today's stories. All right. So the headlines read, Real Housewives of New Jersey stars TERESA Guidice and Dina Manzo put their differences aside for the sake of a job? Is the feuding finally over? On December 20th, a clip of the feuding New Jersey Housewives was leaked through a fan's Instagram page in what appeared to be some sort of production in Los Angeles. Now, both TERESA and Caroline were somewhat cryptic about what they were doing on the West Coast together, but as it turns out, the Bravo stars were coming together to film a commercial for the 2020 Super Bowl. TERESA and Caroline have shot a Super Bowl commercial together in Los Angeles for hummus. It's a big deal because they hate each other but did this one-off thing. Now, this comes as a shock to fans considering the two Real Housewives of New Jersey stars have been at each other's throats for many years, and Caroline hasn't been a regular cast member on the show since its 5th season. But despite this apparent reunion, the same insider also dished that Caroline's not coming back to Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, while Caroline isn't on the hit reality TV show anymore, she's been at odds with TERESA in recent months after she insinuated that it was Caroline who ratted her and her husband Joe out for financial fraud on the tell-all special Joe and TERESA Unlocked. Caroline denied having any involvement in the scandal, even though she managed to correctly predict their current situation years prior on the show. But despite their recent spat, it appears the New Jersey Housewives are in somewhat of a better place. However, things were a little awkward at first. According to a December 22nd report by Hollywood Life, they spoke on the phone before they saw one another, where they said what they needed to say to move on, the insider divulged. This really helped clear the air for them to see one another, and it was peaceful and respectful with zero issues. But while they've managed to set their differences aside, TERESA won't likely be inviting Caroline over for coffee in the near future. It's safe to say they won't be friends anytime soon, but there were no issues, the source continued. Things went well during filming and they were cordial and respectful to one another despite everything that went on in the press last month. They seemingly got along great, to be honest. TERESA left late Friday evening to return home to New Jersey. Now, this is my thoughts on this whole situation, and we're gonna move on from it from there. Personally, I feel like if hummus calls, if anybody else call for me to do a Super Bowl commercial, guess who's doing it? Yes, I am doing it. I'm going to go get that paycheck. I'm going to go get those coins. I'm not mad at either one of them for doing it, and I'm not exactly shocked that they would do it, because typically when you get any type of Super Bowl commercial or a commercial of that magnitude that's going to be played in something like a Super Bowl or any type of big game, then you're going to be probably paid a lot of money to do so. So it really doesn't surprise me that TERESA would hop on a flight and make nice with someone who she considers a bitter enemy, and it doesn't surprise me that Caroline would do the same, because Caroline was supposedly asked to come back to the Real Housewives of New Jersey for this current season, but she allegedly did not return because they offered her a friend role to see how she would test with the ladies. Now, that was kind of not something that Caroline was allegedly looking for, because for her, she feels like she helped start the show just as well as TERESA, and she's also really great friends with Dolores Catania. She still has somewhat of a cordial relationship with Melissa, And to me, the Melissa, Dolores, and TERESA connection is really what drives the show, because it does get back into the heart of what Jersey was all about, which was family connections and this Italian lifestyle. And I feel like all of them sort of lead that to. So to me, if you would have Teresa, Dolores, Melissa, Margaret, Caroline, then you can either really kind of give or take with Jennifer and Jackie, although I do love those two women as additions to the show. I just think that having Carolyn back in the mix would help ground the show in reality, and I feel like it would allow some of the other ladies to sort of not be as afraid of Teresa as they currently are, because it does seem like they're actually all pretty afraid of her. And Caroline was one of those people who really, honestly, never took any crap from Teresa and always took the opportunity to put her in her place, and did so with the greatest of ease. So for me, I would welcome Carolyn to return back to the season. But I think that what this commercial is going to do is it's going to show the network, and it's going to show the fans what it would be like to have the two of them back on the show. And I honestly think that this commercial is going to be what seals the deal for Carolyn to come back next season. I think she is desperately needed on that show, even though this current iteration of the franchise is amazing. I feel like there's an opportunity with bringing Carolyn back to make it even more amazing, and also to sort of bring back some of that Real Housewives of New Jersey glory. But now let's move on to Dina Manzo, who is also the sister of Carolyn Manzo. And people have been going off about Dina's new face, okay? And she finally had enough of it and decided to come clean. Now, she's revealing the details about some plastic surgery procedures that she's had done a couple of years ago, after a number of her fans and followers suggested that she looked different after she posed for a photo with Teresa and a friend in Los Angeles. Dina shared a lengthy message about what she changed. She said, "Okay, I'm flooded with messages over this photo. Thank you for the very, very sweet messages saying I look great. I appreciate that more than you know. Some of you are commenting that I look different. You're absolutely right. When the thing on the center of your face changes, you're gonna look different," she explained, giving a nod to her nose job. She first confirmed her nose job publicly in April 2018. However, she didn't say at the time that there were also some other things done during the procedure. She said, "Since I was going under anesthesia anyway, which I totally despise, I had doctor having me make a few tweaks so I didn't have to go the filler route. I hate fillers, plus they're so expensive. The doctor says keep them guessing, and so I'll just leave it at that." According to Dina, she had a hard time getting used to her new nose because it was much smaller than her original nose. She said it's a big adjustment, especially when you live with the same face for 45 years. But now that most of the swelling is gone, I swell easily to this day. If I eat dairy or too much salt, my whole upper face swells a bit. I've grown to really like the new me. A smaller nose does make me look much younger, and my tweaks make me look refreshed. While Dina admits to going under the knife, she also credited her youthful appearance to her good genes and great skin. She said, "I do have really good skin. I don't even wear makeup, just lip gloss. I'm really proud of how I take care of myself. I eat right, work out, and work on my mind and spirit just as much, if not more. That helps you stay youthful and glowy the most." Now, she's been living in Southern California since 2015 and put her Orange County home on the market in July. Prior to her move to the West Coast, she began dating her now husband, David Canton, okay? So, you know, honestly, I didn't even recognize that it was Dina in this photo when I first saw it. I was like, who is this blonde lady? She looks great, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, that nose definitely is definitely a lot different. Now, to be very honest with you, I'm not mad at somebody getting a little nip, tuck, tweak, or whatever you want to call it. Whatever it takes to make you feel like your best self. But it's interesting to see her come out and say this. I would have liked for her to have been a little bit more transparent about exactly what tweaks she had done. if she's gonna make a giant post about it, I feel like just go ahead and let us know what else was done, because I mean, hey, why not? You're already letting us behind the veil with this bit. Why not go ahead and give us the rest? But it is her prerogative to keep some things private. I want to know what you guys think of her new nose and her new face. And what do you guys think about this whole situation with TERESA and Caroline getting back together for the Real Housewives of New Jersey and this commercial? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button, and I will see you in the next video.